Hey guys, today we're going to check this out. What the heck is it? Now, if you know what this is, I want you to push pause and reply. Don't cheat. Reply to me that you know what this is because I didn't know what this was. I had no idea. It came in. I thought it's some kind of a bell, but it's solid under here. We actually fooled around with it for a little while. I was just like, what the heck is it? Well, this unscrews, so why not? Let's unscrew it. So we unscrew it, and lo and behold, the only reason I know it's a weapon is I looked through here and it's rifled. So what the heck is it? Some of you probably know. We did a little bit of searching, but I have to tell you it was real easy to find out because it's written right here. Here, come check it out. Okay, so the quick answer to this, and again, I didn't read it at first. We all fiddled with it for a while and scratched our heads, but it says there's a patent information, and then it says Greener's Humane Cattle Killer. This was made in Birmingham, England. And of course, I have to Google. It's W.W. Greener's. By the way, this does have a serial number on it, 510. I'm not sure how many of these were made. I couldn't find any information. And also, I was so excited because I thought for the first time in my life, what the heck is that? Top. Oh, it's telling you this is the top. But anyway, that's another ADD moment on my part. I thought, finally, I have a weapon here that Ian McCullum has not reviewed on Forgotten Weapons. And technically, that's true. He did not review this weapon, but I did find a video that he did. It was actually an item on Rock Island Auction, and it was not a cattle killer. It was a greener, made by Greeners. It was a humane horse killer. And he went on to explain that his had, it was shaped differently and it came all apart, and he said it would go in a veterinarian kit. And it had a British military proof on top. And so he pointed out that these were used in warfare. Of course, horses get injured, and then this was a humane way to put them down. And so he went over a horse killer, but he never went over a cattle killer. So I hope I got one up on him. I couldn't find him doing one. But this is a humane cattle killer. It actually came with this brochure. This is a copy of the brochure. So it said the top goes here, and this goes up against their skull. And the idea is you hit a hammer and it puts a bullet into their brain. Now, I have to tell you, this skees me a little bit. It creeps me out. And this is it's irrational, silly thought, because I handle weapons that have been used in warfare by all sides in wars. And it doesn't, I just don't even think about it that much. Because people say, well, how do you know that didn't kill somebody? And I think, well, yeah, you're right. I don't know. I guess I should be more concerned about that. But in this case, the fact that they use this to kill a cow, I feel so bad. Like, it's an execution device. These were, by the way, were made back in the 1860s up until about the 1890s. And evidently that was how, for meat purposes, that's how they killed the cow. This actually was the cartridges, 20 cartridges. And the information that I got was that this was 31 caliber. That's now obsolete, but 31 caliber is a strange caliber. Let's take a look at it just as comparison. And by the way, this was definitely used because I'm not going to do it, but if I rub my glove around that opening, it's all black. So there definitely was black powder in here, meaning it was used. The bore is not worn very much, so it wasn't used a lot. I have this dummy 9mm. I thought it was 9mm, but it doesn't actually go down into it. And the other question I have, why the heck did they rifle it? If you're going to put this up against the cow's skull, why would you rifle it? Don't know. Seems like a waste. But 9mm doesn't quite fit. I believe it is 31 caliber. At least that's what I read online. Now, another feature that's interesting. Right here it says extractor, which didn't make sense, but Randy kind of figured it out, that you would see how this is shiny and like the end of a screwdriver. This is not shiny and rounded. So we believe that this was used to remove the cartridge. probably right here. So that would remove the cartridge, but it also is a safety, and I'll show you. First and foremost, I see this. To me, this is on the barn. The barn wall has a nail in it, and we hang this up on the wall. So that serves that purpose. But also, if I unscrew it, I put a cartridge on it, and I screw it back on, it's ready to go. And if I drop it or bump it, you're supposed to hit it with they said in several places that you hit it with a wooden mallet. I'm sure you could hit it with any kind of hammer. You hit this, and the firing pin, I saw that the firing pin will strike the bullet. But when it's loaded, the way you put on the safety is you just go like that. And it does stop it right here. And so that's ready to go, but it's not gonna be accidentally bumped. Not the safest safety in the world, but the way to use it, you pop the safety down, you hit it with a hammer after you put that up to the skull. Just a piece of history, one of the strangest weapons I've ever seen. And you just never know what you're gonna see at Legacy Collectibles.